F19. Made out with my best friend, M19, in a vulnerable moment and now he's mad at me. What do I do? Okay, so just for some backstory, my F19 best friend, M19, and I have been best friends for the past 7 years. He's literally my favorite person in the whole world and we honestly just click so well. We know everything about each other and honestly just have the best times. He's my favorite person, no doubt. Our friendship is the best and we're just so comfortable around each other. He's so funny, like we're laughing 90% of the time we're together, and even though he tries to act all tough, he has such a soft spot for the people he cares about and truly has the world's most pure soul. Anyways, we were literally made to be best friends. However, a couple of months ago he told me that he has had feelings for me for the past year and a half. I told him that I didn't feel the same way, and although he was super bummed about it and needed space at first, we were able to continue with the amazing friendship. We put a few boundaries though, but our bond is amazing no matter what. Anyways, so yesterday, Justin and I were just kind of chilling in his room and his mom came up and was showing us some old pictures on her old phone of us when we were in middle school, and we were all just kind of laughing at them. We all ended up just talking for hours and it got really late, so his mom just told me to stay the night, different rooms DW, because she didn't want me driving home at this time. Then when she left the room, the two of us kind of just sat and talked about life and memories, etc. Eventually, he started talking to me about his arsehole dad and stuff. Touchy subject, but he's comfortable talking to me about it since I was there through everything happening and stuff. We both ended up getting pretty emotional, especially because he's not the type to ever really open up and tries to act really strong for his mom and sisters, and I'm just not used to seeing him like that, and I am used to him being all protective, comforting towards me, and just felt like it was a really vulnerable moment. We kind of put a boundary for no hugging ever since he said he had feelings for me and stuff, but I just really felt like I needed to give him a hug in that moment. IDK. I ended up going in for a hug and we hugged for a while, and then IDK what happened, I swear IDK how it happened, but one thing led to another and we ended up kissing and making out. It was honestly super emotion filled and amazing, but I kind of just stopped before anything went too far and told him that I didn't want to go too fast or anything. He said it was fine, and then we sat there and kind of just spilled our emotions to each other. I told him how I've started having feelings for him over the past few weeks and that I just didn't want to admit to them, and was even convincing myself that I didn't have them because I was afraid of putting our friendship on the line and stuff. After talking, I told him I was tired and wanted to go to sleep since I had to leave early the next morning for my dance class. Then the next day after my dance class, he told me to come over because we needed to talk about what happened. When I first came over, he was being really dry and just quiet with me. I asked him what was wrong and he told me that what I did was wrong. He told me that I caught him in a vulnerable moment and that I don't even have feelings for him and that I was just caught up in the moment. He said that I don't have to feel bad for him and make out with him to make him feel better. I told him that I wasn't lying and that it really was how I felt. He was like, all of a sudden, oh, you paid no attention to me in that way and then you throw it all on me in one night because you felt bad and made out with me. This honestly really hurt. I ended up kind of tearing up because I was just frustrated and it was an overload of emotions. I felt super anxious, and so I just told him that I am gonna need a bit to collect myself but that I needed to leave. He apologized super quickly when he realized how he made me feel, but I told him I was just going to need a bit and left. He's been calling and texting me, but IDK I just don't want to answer him. I feel awful about it, but IDK what I am feeling right now. I can't believe he thought I was lying to him. Am I a bad person for catching him in a vulnerable moment and hugging him? I shouldn't have done that, but I swear it was in that moment where I felt so strongly about the way I felt about him. I didn't want to tell him earlier because I wasn't 100% sure about the feelings I had, but I know now, and now I feel terrible about it because it seems like I just started liking him after making out, when I swear that's not the case. What do? I really need advice. TL.Dr. I made out with my best friend and now he doesn't believe that I even like him. I feel awful. What do? And now for some top comments before the update. Write down what you want to say, then read that out to him. This sounds more like a communication issue than anything else, as you both want the same thing. Everything is so dramatic at 19. This is quite simple. He's afraid of getting hurt because you previously rejected him and worried it's not real. You developed feelings, but instead of talking to him to see how he feels, you did something at a very inopportune time. Both of you have concerns about how it could impact your friendship. The good news is the fix is very simple too. Text him that you need 1-2 days to work out your feelings, and actually do that, and suggest he do the same. Text him after that and meet up with him to discuss what you think and what he thinks. If you want to add some dramatic flair, you can each write it down and hand it to each other to read. If you both feel the same and want to try it, go on a date. Good luck. How do we even go on a date? How would it be different from when we just go out together and hang out alone? What would be the difference? Because I like the way we are now when we go out together. We have so much fun. Is it not going to be the same? It's different because you're both now thinking about a potential romantic relationship. So it's more flirtatious. Maybe you're talking more about your feelings for each other, cozying up to each other at the bar, restaurant, whatever, holding hands, etc. It's odd because you already know each other so well, so you don't have all that to go through, but it's about making an effort to change the dynamic and seeing how that feels. You both got caught up in a fraught moment. Your hugging him had bad consequences from his point of view, but you intended no harm. Have a good talk with him. This wonderful friendship deserves to survive. Thanks, I think so too. And now for the update. I, F19, made out with my best friend, M19, in a vulnerable moment and now he's mad at me. What do I do? Since a ton of you were just so kind and understanding and answered my post, I felt like I needed to update you guys. First, I just want to say thank you to everyone who answered. You're all the sweetest human beings and really helped me understand plus reflect on the situation in a fair way. 3. I ended up taking some time to myself to really reflect on what I feel, what I want, and told him that I was just gonna need a day or so. Then, he came over, brought us our favorite ice cream lol, apologized and explained himself and his side of the story. He told me that the only reason why he was acting like that was because he was trying to push me away. He told me that he was afraid that it was just something I felt temporarily and was afraid that I made out with him because I felt bad and not because I truly had feelings for him. He explained how since he's not used to opening up and is always the protective one for everyone, he didn't know how to react to me taking care of him and kind of felt like everything was too good to be true. He's so cute lol. He told me how this all feels like a dream and that he's waited for this moment for 1.5 years and never thought it would actually happen. I explained how I've had feelings for a while, obviously not as long as he has had feelings for me though, and that I was afraid of acting on them because of fear of ruining our bond, and that I finally felt comfortable opening up about it in that moment because of how emotionally vulnerable and connected I felt to him in the moment. We went into just a really deep, emotional, beautiful and mature discussion about the situation and the way we feel about each other. He told me how even just listening to me talk about something I am excited about assures him how much I mean to him, and just spilled his emotions, all the things I do that he is obsessed with, and I wish I recorded all of it because this boy acts all tough, but I swear he has the most pure soul of the entire world. 3. I feel like we're so used to just always laughing, being dumb and doing fun things when we're together, so it was just so amazing to be able to sit and reflect on how we've grown as best friends over the past 7 years and how we're both ready to take on something new together where our connection becomes deeper than that. When we were 12, if you told me that Justin and I would end up together, I'd call you insane lol, but here we are. We've honestly seen the other as physically attractive for years before having actual emotional romantic feelings, and now that we have both romantic and physical attraction towards each other, we knew what step we had to take. I feel like as much as we wanted to stay best friends to not ruin our relationship, now we can't even imagine only being best friends because we're far more than that, and someone who feels that emotionally connected and in awe of someone can't just stay friends with them. I can't wait to see where this journey takes us because I just know it's going to be a long, beautiful, indescribable ride. BTW, our parents and friends are so insanely happy lol. They're all like, finally we were waiting for this to happen haha. I know we just started being in an actual relationship, but it's already amazing. I've learned that sometimes you need to put fears aside and go for it, especially when someone who you care about so deeply is involved. It's literally like we're still the bestest friends ever, but there's even extra things to it that make our bond even better. We've already built such an amazing foundation, bond, communication skills and openness throughout all the years of being best friends, and as long as we continue to always treat each other that way, we're gonna be more than amazing. We're both just really happy right now, and the wait was worth it because we're 110% sure about the way we feel and just are so grateful for one another. I just wanted to thank everyone for the amazing answers, and so does he. I showed him the post and he kept telling me that everyone who answered is so smart and said I wish I could meet them all and say thank you lol. We both really appreciate it. You guys really opened my eyes and let me see things from his perspective, and I can't thank you all enough for that. Thank you all for the kind words and advice. You really helped me out a lot. It was so sweet to see how others that you don't even know are willing to help you out. This world is such a beautiful place. I hope you all have an amazing day and thanks again. 3. TL. Doctor, I am now in a relationship with my favorite person in the whole world. And now for some closing comments. I'm glad y'all got a happy ending out of all this. Happy ending, but also just the beginning. Thank you so much, I appreciate it, and I am glad too. To happy endings and new beginnings. Congrats. Yes, and thank you. Wishing you two all the best. OMG, I remember your answer in my original post. Thank you so much, and thank you for being so straight up with me. Haha, I needed that push. There are a range of sayings on how it's far better to be good friends first. Congrats. I agree, and never would have thought that we'd end up where we are today, but I couldn't be happier, and thank you, I really appreciate it. So what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the bell notification for future videos. In the meantime, check out these amazing stories. Peace.